You can. So what you can't do is surrender. Surrendering is like in this, you will do everything you can to fight. And surrendering is what happens when fighting fails. So in hindsight, you will be able to say, surrendering happened because everything I did and I tried has failed. But what you can do is see what is real and look. So when you said everything in your life was a mental process or something like that, that's an idea. You're interpreting your life. Your life has never been just a mental process. You can live it from that belief or even interpret it, your past from that point of view. But even now, your life is a lot more than mind, than thoughts. You are hearing voices, you are seeing images, you are having sensations, experiencing all of that. You can only believe that there is only thought, but that doesn't make it true or real. And so, what this is about is you see that all of your experience and the belief that there is a lot of a mental process or a mental doing, that's only a very, very slim part of your experience. Even when you feel the mind is huge and is taking over everything, it's not true. And that's what can be seen. You can see the illusion of I am lost in thought, or thought is constant everywhere all the time. But whenever you've had thoughts, you've also had sensations, sound, sight. And as you see that more and more, surrendering will happen. But it's not you doing it. And so it begins by the conviction, you could say, or even the love of seeing what is real, what is true. And if you choose that, if you choose the real, if you choose the seeing, if you choose the love, then you will see more and more what is true, what is real. Whenever you feel like you're completely taken by thought, just ask yourself, are there sensations? Are there sound, sight? And you can see it's the illusion that thought is taken over and it's everything. And that takes no effort. It just takes a moment, which is not even a moment, to look at what is happening, what is appearing. And then you will see more and more that thoughts are just thoughts. When they appear to be taken everywhere, taking everything, it's because thoughts become more than thought. So, as I was saying earlier, if you're thinking about tomorrow, you can notice all of the experience of tomorrow is thought, 100% of it. But when tomorrow is becoming a really big deal and it's taking over where this present moment disappears, tomorrow in that sense has become more than thought. There is a reality injected in it that we are doing. Same with the past. It's memory based. It's imagination based on memory. Future is imagination based on prediction. All of it is thought. It can be useful, but never more than thought. It's never more than thought. It's like doing math. If I need to do math, it's useful. If I don't need to do math and I'm doing math all the time, it's not very useful. Yeah, that's not something you need to challenge right now. Thoughts, th- the choices happen. The illusion there is the belief in what you think you are that is so central in the choosing process. So the subject, what you refer to as I, there is a lot of thought there. What is called I, a lot of it is thought. And that's what needs to be seen. And you can live and function very freely and in a very harmonious way without the sense of you having to do the thinking and the choosing. You can start to see that a lot of that is just happening naturally. It's like when if you know how to ride a bicycle, you don't think of all the movements. If you know how to swim, you don't think of all the movements. Same with walking. Same with the thinking and the decision making. It's like riding a bicycle. Very little thought will be needed, even. But the core of it is the sense that all of the narrative around the I, that you can see more and more, just like the imagination of tomorrow as being fully thought, the imagination of I. There is a sense I which is empty, but then there is all of the content of the narrative of the thought, and that can be seen all made of thought, all of it.